All right, good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, June 10th. I'm currently looking at what we have. So we had a couple of SAR rejections here, one to the downside and one to the upside. However, um, here, this entry here did not meet the 10-point entry threshold. The one at the top here did meet the 10-point threshold. However, you see that we had like a bullish order block as much as we were looking to sell. And then we were in no man's land, right? So we did not have an area of supply up there. So we'll keep looking to see what else is there. But based off of where we are at, I don't see an entry just yet. See something. Um, yeah. So we'll just keep waiting to see if an entry comes up. See, so we are a bit far away from the pre-market high and low. We might get this pre-market low, today's pre-market low. And the pre-market low again today is at the towards the end of the demand zone down there. So we might get a pre-market. So price is in between, almost in between pre-market high and low. So unless we get a big movement on either direction, and again, right now where we are at, like this sell up here for this for this area up here would have been good, but we have a weekly bullish order block, and also we don't have a supply zone here. So if US 30 breaks this wicks at the top here, we might just keep pushing to the upside. So it depends on how this wicks will look like. Also, we have that weekly uh order block. Mm, wait, I will buy let's see. I will buy US 30 here for the 15-minute EMA rejection. So I'm in a buy for US 30. So the 10 point, so this is the 10-point entry. I'm still waiting for the 5-second entry. So it's based off of the 15-minute SAR. Yes. Let me make sure this copied over. Okay. So I'm waiting for the 5-second entry. Let's see. And we have this bearish order block here. So I'm still waiting for the 5-second entry. I may get slipped out on the 10-point entry. Okay, so I'm out for the 10-point entry. Now the 5-second entry, which is our official entry, that's what I'm waiting for. So this is based off of EMA rejection. And let's see. Yeah, literally just got slipped out of the 10 point, 2, 1. I'm in the 5-second entry here. All right, there we go. Just need a big push up. All right, come on. There it is. Just need a nice spike to the upside. Let's see. All right, there we go. Trailing stop is almost being triggered. We should get a big spike up here. we just have a couple of bearish order blocks around this area. So you might get a little trapped in this consolidation. Come on. All right, there we go. Come on, just need a nice spike up. All right, trailing stop is in profit here. And full TP on that one. My stop is still trailing. I'm still in the position. 2500, 23, 24. Let's see. 26. Okay. Uh, and I'm out of that position. Um, so that was a nice win right there. Let's see, trailing stop. So my stop was trailing. Nice trade right there. Let's see. 0.2, 0.1, I think. Give me a second here. For this trailing, it's 0.1, 0.2. All right. Actually locked in, so 2,500 on that. So for the first trade of the week, again, we're using the 0.5% as our official trades. It's definitely a bit safer than the 10 point. But for me, I take both entries. So yesterday, no, we didn't have a live session. Today, up 0.75% for that one. And let's see if we get another trade. Give me 1 second here. There's something I want to look at. Make sure that my copiers close the trade. Okay, perfect. Nice. My trade copiers caught all of that. Okay, nice. Um, what am I looking at? Okay. 15 minute, it was under, it closed, then became, okay. All right, so this one was 15-minute EMA rejection, 42.7 28. So it was 42, 728. Close out of this. That's where the entry we just took was. This one was an EMA rejection scalp. Mm. Okay, so let's see what other trade we can get. Um, if this 15-minute candle closes below, what time is it? It's 9:57. So at 10, we might have an EMA entry. However, this whole zone is a demand zone, so I don't even see any sells unless we get a sell on the hourly, we might be able to catch a sell because if this candle closes the hourly, so let's watch the hourly. So hourly, so I wouldn't take this hourly really because how far is this bullish order block? 43 plus 20. Yeah, so this will be tricky. So let's see how this candle closes or this hourly candle closes in the next 3 minutes. Um, Also, like last week, when was it? Last week I was able to get to $1 million in funding. So all my accounts are about 1.1 million. So it's definitely been a journey. But yeah, last week I was able to get to $1 million of accounts. So actually 1.1. So and like literally just all these strategies. So that's definitely been a big step for me, which is why sometimes here I just pause to look to make sure that all the accounts are being copied to, because sometimes the trade copier doesn't exit some of these trades. But yeah, so I'm looking to get to $2 million by the end of the year. So I'm looking to add, and most of them are like 200K accounts, but I'm looking to add about $1 million more in funding by the end of the year. So we'll see. And literally, like all I'm doing is like literally all this what I do here on the live session. Now, the only thing with some of these accounts is that once you're funded, they don't allow you to copy trades from your master account or from your primary account. So I'm looking more towards funding companies that allow you to copy trades even when you're funded. Uh, yeah, so we'll see. So hopefully, I keep getting those because a good amount of them I have are from Top One. So Top One really doesn't allow you to. I'm max funded with them, but Top One doesn't allow you to copy trades when you're funded. So this hourly. So let's see right here. So price is testing the hourly. I might take a sell here. I'll take a sell on US 30, 751. So it has to get to 61. So 61.7, I will take a sell. If price gets to 61.7, let's see. Price has to get here. And I'll take it on my 10 point. So I don't want to see a crossover sell before price gets here. If I see a crossover sell, I'm not taking that trade, which I think will get a crossover sell here. Yep. So there goes the red X. So there's no need to look to get into this trade anymore because they've already formed the crossover sell before price got to 61.7. So this was my 10-point threshold. So this was based off of the 1 hour SAR here. Price might still retrace back down, which it actually is, but yeah. So we didn't get that 10-point rejection. So for the 15, we have a 15-minute EMA as well running, but on the 15-minute time frame, if I come here on the 15-minute time frame, we are just in a demand zone. So if we were in a supply zone, I would have also taken the 15-minute because the 15-minute also validated. But we are in a demand zone there. So it would have been a good trade as well for that 15-minute because the entry would have been here, the 10-point. So hopefully we get like an EMA rejection. Yeah, but what I was saying, so top one doesn't allow you to copy trades when you're funded, only allows during the challenge phase, which is fine. Like sometimes I'll just manually trade it like maybe between the two sessions that I normally trade. So maybe between 11, because I normally don't trade between 11 to 1:30. So, but sometimes I'll just come on here and take maybe $1,000 here, 500 there, and then just having an extra $2,000 per account on that one. But then the ones I'm trying to get max funded with E8, I'm looking at others. Well, I have E8, but I want to get max funded with them. I'm trying out Blue Guardian. Just want to see because the amount of payouts or the amount of profits, especially for these strategies, they are a little high. So at the very least, like once I get paid out with them, because once I get funded, I'm not even lowering my risk. I'm doing the same thing that I do. It's like I'm risking 1% per trade. So I want to see whether I know E8 definitely pays out. I've never had Blue Guardian before, so we'll see if they do pay out. Um, yeah, and there's a bunch of other platforms that I'm also looking at, but I'm also like stacking up on my own personal accounts, especially with the high amount of profits that these strategies have. Like eventually, like probably in like a year or two, I'll just be having like a bunch of personal accounts that are at least $100,000. Yes, 30. It's not great. 30 rejection. Hmm. If we have a 15-minute candle, because keeping right now for US 30, we are in a buy zone. So if this 15-minute candle closes above the 15-minute EMA, I'll take a buy for US 30. And I'm actually liking the buys as well, mostly because here, what do we have? Here for US 30, if you look at the area that we're at, we have a weekly bullish order block here, and we have prices really being magnetized at this hourly bullish order block as well. We have a bunch of wicks from the bottom right here, and definitely we have wicks from the top as well. But, given that we are in an area where we have an hourly bullish order block, if we get price closing above this EMA, I'll take a buy on the retest of the EMA and ride price up. So that is what I'm looking to do right here. But this will have to wait for about nine or so minutes. All right. So these are those trades I just took. So this is the 10-point account. The trade got stopped out. But then the 5-second entry account, that's the one that hit TP. So between both accounts, I'm just about to break even for the day. So these are my two main accounts that I copy all the trades to other accounts. So the trades, the accounts I copied, this 10-point account, of course, ended up in a loss for the day. The accounts that I copied this 5-second entry, they ended up in a win for the day. All right, so we want to see how price will close. If price closes above, and this will happen pretty fast. If price closes above this 15-minute EMA, and today we are nowhere near the pre-market high and low, but if price closes above in the next 30 seconds, if price closes above this 15-minute EMA, I'll look for a retest and then I'll take a buy. So I don't know if it's going to happen 10 seconds. Nope, probably not. Okay. So price closed below the EMA. Mm. Uh, you know what? Uh, okay. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. All right, so again, if we close in 32 seconds, so maybe this is the move we've been waiting for. If price closes above this EMAs, I'll be looking to take a buy if we retest, and this would be a good buy as well. So let's see, 17 seconds. So price, and that's 29. So I think price will close. Okay. So price has closed above the 15-minute EMA. So I'm looking for this pattern to play out, the same pattern that I drew up. And we're in a demand zone. Price has closed above the 15-minute EMA. All right, so what I'm looking for here is price to get to say, and since EMAs are normally moving, 752, maybe 742.6. This would be a good buy if it happens. So this price is doing exactly what we wanted to do. But we need to come and retest this EMA. 52.3. Yeah, so this will stay where it is. All right, there we go. Come on, 51. So EMA is at 51. So this EMA right here, this one that has it should have a X because it hasn't been retested. So we need price to come down and actually test it. Um, so so the fact that EMAs are always moving, sometimes it's a little tricky. Um, Uh, so not yet. So I haven't seen the ever-moving nature of EMAs makes it a little tricky because EMAs are always shifting. But I need to see it being actually tested by price, which hasn't happened. So there, okay. Not yet, not yet. It's not yet tested. I need to see this being tested here. Okay, so we've tested it. It's at 750. So the entry will be at 740. So when price hits 740, so right now, 740 is the entry. If I see a crossover buy, of course, I'm not taking that entry. So we need for price to come down first before giving a crossover buy. But if a crossover buy is printed, I am not taking. It's printed before price gets back here, which I think they might do. I won't be taking it. We just need price to come back down. Okay, so a crossover buy has been printed. So at this point, no need to look for any entry. Price did not satisfy the 10-point threshold first before printing the crossover buy. So at this point, we just wait for something else. I still think US 30 will push up. We are forming higher highs and higher lows. We are rejecting off of a hourly bullish order block. Only issue is that unfortunately, we did not get an entry here before forming that crossover buy. And there goes that push for US 30, the one that, you know, we expected, but only thing here, price left without us, which is fine. But that would have been a nice setup there. And I think we'll keep pushing up from here. Uh, we have a 50. Okay, so there goes the 15-minute SAR rejection. But only thing with this 15-minute SAR rejection, we don't have an zone of or an area of supply, right? So it doesn't meet all three confluences. So as much as it does look like a good trade, and does look also that we just formed a crossover sell as well. So this 15-minute price has uh invalidated it, but I still think US 30 will push up again. We don't have a supply zone until all the way up here. So US 30, I think, will still keep pumping for for the day. But again, remember this 15-minute SAR levels that form after market open, they normally signify some sort of reversal back down to the downside. So it is possible that here we might get a reversal. We also have this weekly SAR level here. Again, would have been a good buy, but we don't have any supply zone here. And there goes this pattern that I'd marked up earlier. Again, right, I talked about if we had closed above this hourly bullish order block, and you can see here, we literally came and picked up liquidity from that hourly bullish order block. So that's where we were, or I was looking to enter the buy on US 30. So was looking to enter the buy at 40, 42,740, but it didn't get filled in because price literally stopped at that order block that's right there. So same here. As much as US 30 wants to keep pushing, there's nothing we can take here. The closest, we don't even have a, unless we form an SAR rejection somewhere above here, we really don't have anything that I can say I would want to take a scalp off of.